Alright, I am needing to redo the telescope extension video because I've had to do a few updates to make, in particular, the configuration on the right work. What I've got set up is I've got the T3 on the center of the screen and the T7Y on the right hand side of the screen. Each one has its own way of extending the boom. It's very, very similar, and you'll see it. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut it on. You don't necessarily have to cut it on, but to make it realistic, you need to cut it on. And we're going to go into the cabin, the crane cabin. And you'll notice in the previous video, if you saw it, there were already icons here, and you can just go right ahead and extend everything. That's not the case anymore. So what you need to do is you need to select which boom you have installed. So the left one is going to be the T3 boom. The right one will be the T7. Right. So this is the T3. So we will select T3, and now we have the nodes. Right. So the top node will extend the last section out 100%. The next one down, the last section 50%. For this, I'm going to do the 50%, and what you'll notice in the screen in the upper right hand corner, you can see little pins extending into the T3 section, and then the hydraulic cylinder is going to extend out, and you'll be able to see that animation in that little window. It's happening here as well. That's just a work camera mod, which will be linked. And so it will extend out 50%. It will unpin, the hydraulic cylinder will unpin from the section, and it will then retract. So as you can see, it is now extending. One difference you will notice between the non-Y-guy system boom and the Y-guy system boom is that the non-Y-guy system boom will start having sag in it. So it will start bending or bowing, which is natural. And as you add weight in the real world, it would sag even more. All right. Now, after that's done, once the one telescopic section gets extended, then you'll have two more pop up for the section underneath it. So you can, this is going to be for boom section 2, so you can extend it 100% or 50%, or you can retract the previously extended section. This one I'm going to do 50% again. So as you will be able to see, it will bring out the pins, extend them, push out the telescopic section 2, and it will go. While we're waiting on that, we'll get in the T7 section. We'll go inside, and so for this is, so you can select T3Y or the T7Y. Normally with the T7 boom, you would select the T7Y. With this one, we're going to select the T3 boom, and the reason for that is because we have the T3 head on it. If you were to select the T7, that 7th section would start extending, and it's going to go through the T3 head. So if you do this configuration, which is the special configuration, you need to select the T3Y boom. Okay, and so on this, we're going to match the configuration just so you can sort of see the difference between how the booms extend. So I'm going to do 50%. I'm going to go back into the other one. And last extension is going to be, we're going to extend it out the full 100%. You notice this one doesn't shift over because this is the last telescopic section. Yeah, hopefully you can sort of see it's starting to bend, it's bending. Or bowing. So now we're going to start retracting that cylinder. Once it's fully retracted, we'll extend out the second section. Okay, perfect. There we go. Extend those pins out. And it extends. You can already sort of see. So you can see I've lined up the two booms. They're pretty much at the same angle. But you can see the boom on this one is going straight out. And that's because the Y-guy system helps transfer some of the weight back down to the main boom. In this last section, we will do 100%. There we go. So there's the boom. So those are both hook cameras. That's why they're looking a little funky. That's why it looked like this, because it was inside. The camera was inside the boom. So there, it's not much, but the longer the boom goes, the more you can see it goes off. You still sort of see that other T3 behind it. And there we go. That is how you extend the telescopic booms, and the difference between the T3 and the T3Y.